Weep Grana Weep Ninibong, and welcome back to my channel. And today we'll be checking out Lek getting closer to completion. Ironfactory play bizarre dress up. Newage show us their swoop. And this is not the Frankenstein we were looking for. Oh dear. Oh, there's so much more coming up in the next few minutes.
And now the news. Don't touch that dial.
So first up, yeah, I'm back. I was off for a week. I did mention it in a couple of my videos, but a few people reached out saying, "You okay? You alright, mate? You alright? You've not dropped a video all week." Yeah, I know. I was away. With work, and then also went down to watch a gig in Cardiff, which was rather nice, and played some Starfield. And it's mid. Just gonna say it. That's my review of Starfield. So far, it's mid. It's mid. So catching up a little bit on those 3D printed Guyvers, the Cyberpunk system. We see a few more Guyvers and a few more Zonoids in the background now as well. These are so cool, and also people doing some wicked paint jobs and a mech. Before we had people who looked like they were from Gears of War, and now mechs. I'm not up to date with all of the latest Guyver mangas, so maybe I'm a little bit out of touch here. Let me know down in the comments. Are they something they just created for this, or are they in the manga? TF Nation is bringing its Minicon once again to the best city in the world. So the 23rd of Manchester... the 23rd of Manchester, 23rd of March, TFCon will be back in Manchester. I am definitely going to try and get along this time, seeing as it is the city that I am in. It is absolutely criminal that I couldn't attend last year, but who knows, with work and everything else that goes on, it literally just depends on whether or not I'm in the country. Upgrade kits are coming for your Grimlock and also for your Toxitron. So really cool looking upgrade kits, going to be available very soon. I especially like the Grimlock with the shattered glass wheelie that matches him as well. Very nice. KFC are currently getting ready to, or have released, their version of Powermaster Optimus Prime, but it comes without a cab. Cabs sold separately, but this pretty cool dude has now got you covered, and you can 3D print it. So these pictures are coming via Robin Tham, and well done. I think this is really cool. I don't know if this is freely available to everybody, but most people are going to keep it in this mode anyway, so could be a really good solution to the problem of having to buy them separately. The best cell shader in the business, Lek Customs, is coming to the end of their Combaticons. So this is the Combaticons from Zeta that he is now cell shaded. Still waiting on some pictures of the fully combined version, but this is just absolutely brilliant. You can see here, this is how Blastoff started before all the spraying, and then where he ended up as well. Really cool. I absolutely love everything that this guy does. I would love him to come and spray paint my collection, because look at that, just jumping off the pages of a comic or out of an anime. Pengu Toys are bringing out their big guns to show off this commander. So it looks like a pretty big figure of Prime that Pengu Toys are going to be releasing. Don't know if this is based on anything or if this is an original design, but you can see even the accessories that it comes with are pretty damn big. So more information on this one as I get it, but right now, yeah, big ass Prime. Nice. But oh no, they are not done there. Yes, this is Cyclonus, and not only that, but this is a IDW inspired version of Cyclonus. This looks absolutely incredible. If you don't know from the IDW comics, he has more of a kind of Japanese samurai type inspired look, and this takes it to the extreme. This is quite possibly the best looking Cyclonus I've ever seen, and I am not lying. I love it. Ironfactory are getting ready to bring you Chaos Blaze. Yeah, this is looking like a pretty damn good figure as well. I love the look on this with all of the flames coming off it and that massive sword as well. Ironfactory always do some really interesting stuff. Just remember, if you do like the look of this, everything that they release is down at that legend scale, and in all honesty, the plastic is good that they usually do things with. It's not the same quality as you're going to get from Newage, but that is usually reflected within the price point. So Ironfactory are also getting ready to release these kind of bizarre figures, and this is going to be the Starscream version. I believe there are going to be some other versions as well, but it's basically cosplay in figure form. So Japanese girls dressed up as seekers. Now, this seems to be a big thing for some people. Some people are like, oh, this is amazing, best thing I've ever seen. It doesn't even transform. Doesn't even transform, lad. Nah, it's not for me. Some of you weirdos might like it. It's not my thing. Odd. Really odd. Very odd. Did you also forget that X-transbots are actually making a Devastator? I certainly did. I absolutely completely forgot until I saw these test shots of the first figure. Looks great. Don't forget though, it is also going to be coming in that more classic luminous green, as well as this kind of dark green one. I don't think I've ever seen a Devastator that's that dark a green. We shall see what comes forward with this one. I'm always a little bit with X-transbots now. It looks okay, but I've got a Newage Devastator that I'm pretty keen on, to be fair. If it was going to be a big Devastator now, it'd have to be something pretty special for me to get a big Devastator. One of Maicsquare's better figures is the Light of Justice figure. It's one of the ones that, when I look at it, I don't automatically think looks like it would fall apart in 2 seconds, and is made of marshmallow. And they have now taken that eventually to the next level, because they now have the toy deco version of this one coming, and this looks even less like it's made of marshmallow and has my favorite yellow eyes for a Prime. Yeah, I'm one of those weirdos who, although I'm good with Prime having blue eyes, most of the time I much prefer him to have the yellow eyes. And this one does look good, and it's got all of the things that you would expect from the Prime, plus all the stickers on the knees that really are reminiscent exactly of the toy. So nice. Plastic looks great on this one. I've heard very good things about this, compared to other Maicsquare figures. I've heard that this is one of the best that you can get, and it still won't make it to my collection. No, not for me. One of the most interesting companies making figures at more of the masterpiece scale is TFC. Now, this is going to be TFC Dark Savior. And to you and I, yeah, it's kind of like a Nemesis take on a Nova Prime. But look at it. It just looks incredible. It even comes with like a little Batwing, which is really bizarre. He has a cape a little bit like Batman, and then everything comes apart. This has a real Diaclone feel to it, this one as well, but yeah, absolutely amazing. Love those wings, really give it that kind of Nova Prime look. The alt mode here, or alt modes, are really cool. Again, that Batmobile in the background is awesome. But yeah, one of the most interesting figures. They also do a lot of interesting things with different versions of Prime as well. Let me know your thoughts on this one down in the comments. I am really excited for this one. Keeping things just Prime, MMC, or Mastermind Creations, are releasing their R48 Nemesis Promenon. Now, their Noxes, or whatever it is that they are calling them at the moment, are one of the best IDW inspired Primes in the business. I've got the Dark one, I've got the Nemesis take on this, and I love it. This one comes with a sword, an axe, it comes with loads and loads of accessories, highly posable. But what is this one based on? Is it just another take on Nemesis? I don't know. It's like it's like a grey with turquoise. Someone let me know down in the comments, what is this based on? What is this trying to represent? Because I'm a little lost. Newage is getting ready to release another version of Sludge, so this was their Shattered Glass take, and yes, they finally released some images of the next Dinobot, and the next Dinobot, as we kind of assumed already, was going to be Swoop, or is going to be Swoop, and this is the translucent take on Swoop. What I always say about the New Age versions of all the Dinobots so far, actually, is that the translucent ones are really cool with the kind of smoky plastic that they use on the legs and on the arms. I really, really like it. Even the effects pieces have got that kind of smokiness to it. It's so cool. I don't collect translucent figures, but if I did, then all these Dinobots are ones that I would definitely have been picking up. But of course, they are not just doing the translucent take, they're doing this take as well. Now, out of all the Dinobots, this is always the first version that they release. The version that looks like, let's be honest, it's made out of cheap plastic. But out of all of them, again, I think this is the best looking one that's this deco. Usually the first one that comes out, I'm like, no way would this enter my collection, but there's something, and you can see with Swoop stood next to them, the rest just look really cheap. I don't know what it is about this one. It doesn't quite give me that kind of cheap looking effect like the other ones do. I don't know, it just seems more premium than the other ones that they've released. Again, comes with those really cool effects pieces, and the transformation, the alt mode here looks incredible. I cannot wait to see the other versions of this, because you know there's about 200 swoops about to swoop in on us, and I'm here for it. I may have a few of these in my collection. Seiko are releasing a Transformers watch, and it's incredibly boring. The bottom of it looks a little bit like the Matrix. It's red and blue like Prime and comes in a red and blue box. And that's all I've really got to say about it. Look at it. It's a blue with red watch. It's really boring. I don't know. I mean, if you're a watch collector, maybe you can tell me what's so special about this, other than it's red blue box and has a little Matrix down the bottom. Yeah. It's just boring. Next up, some really sad news about Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Unfortunately, as it now concludes its box office run, it is officially the lowest earning live action Transformers movie to date. It outstripped or outplayed a lot of the other things that were in the market at the same time of it, including The Flash, which I didn't think that it would. But overall, it has made less money than the rest of the Transformers live action movies. Has it put the rest of the live action movies in danger? Who knows, only time will tell. But it does seem to say that a lot of the live action movies, the movie going audience is losing interest with it. Unfortunate. And speaking of movies, there is going to be a movie masterpiece take on Ratchet, and I'm not a big fan of the Bayverse movies, but I do have to say I have got a little bit of a soft spot for this version of Ratchet. I do think that it looks great in both modes, and I just love the luminous green colour on it. Will it make it into my collection? Probably not. I don't even collect many of the normal masterpiece ones, so it's probably not going to make it into my collection, but it is a thing of beauty, I think. Get excited real soon, because on the 22nd of September, there will be the next Hasbro PulseCon 2023. I'll be doing all the coverage of that straight after it, so let's all hope that there's some good reveals. And it's not more like this. Yes, this. Transformers X Universal Monsters. Do you remember that this was a thing that was happening? I know I absolutely forgot that this was a thing and a franchise that was happening, probably because the first one was such an absolute bomb. And this one is not great. So they've turned, let's just be fair here, they've turned Impactor, because that's who it was, it's the War for Cybertron Impactor with some new things on it, and turned him into Frankenstein. Okay. Now, I have to say, and I think other people in this community, when they saw Frankenstein on the, you get those leaks of lists and everybody saw Frankenstein on there, I think a lot of people thought that that was a hidden name for Autobot X, right? I think a lot of people thought that Hasbro were finally going to give us an Autobot X. Well, Hasbro were just actually giving us the real name. They were making a Frankenstein and it looks like this, and yeah, coming soon to warm a shelf by you. So that is everything from me on this Transformers Tuesday. Things may be a little bit sketchy in the coming weeks just because I'm here, there and everywhere, but I will try to keep up with the videos. And don't forget, you can also follow my shorts where I am playing Transformers Devastation and trying to show you why it's the best Transformers game ever. I don't care what you say, it is, and it's real, and I'll see you in my next video. Alright team, in a bit. Peace!